What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to, an update, another episode of GGarage. Now, I know I've been gone for a little bit, and I guess I don't want to say I owe you all an apology, but I'm just going to let you know where I've been, what I've been doing. Have been working a little bit on the truck, but you know, with the whole COVID thing and everything else, the kids can't do nothing. I got 2 kids. Now, I took this time to just hang out with them, go fishing, hiking, get outside, hang out, and have fun with them. Now, has the truck and this channel kind of suffered from it? I don't want to say suffered, but it's definitely let me grow a little bit more and, focus on what I want to show you guys and just add value to this channel and help everybody get something out of this. Now, where we last left off, let's see, we were working on the subfloor and the floor. Well, big update. I didn't film it, sorry, but the floor's done, the trans tunnel's done, everything's done. Here, I'll give you a shot. There you go. So this is our firewall. All of our patch panels are in. Everything there is done. Let's go inside. Oh, doors are off. If you want to know how to take a door off, just don't. It's the worst on these trucks. All right, let's see here. Move some junk out of the way. There we go. So we got the rest of the little kick panel in, trans tunnel in. That centerpiece, what a bear. Oh my gosh. That one piece right there probably took me 4 to 6 hours, depending in between, whatever. But now tonight, what I'm going to work on is getting that steering column actually hooked up to this rack. Now, I did drill through here to bring it through, and that's just a 2-inch or 2 1/4 hole saw. Let me see. I think it's 2. Yeah, 2 inches. And this is a, let me remember, Speedway, just one of their generic, like $150, whatever it might have been, steering columns. Super simple, non-collapsible, no big deal. Now, the way this all works is, of course, with these U-joints. And now this is a double U-joint. This was kind of needed. I think I probably could have gotten away with a single. I have a single, I can try it. But this just kind of lowers it a little bit more and gives us more clearance for our exhaust to come down and through, because we're going to do like almost a fender well type header. And we should have plenty of space, to get down in there. But, all right. I guess we need to take a measurement from here to here. And these are, I don't want to say they're not tight, but they're snug. So yeah, we take a measurement from here to there, and then we cut it on the bandsaw. And now this piece right here from Welder Series, Paul Horton Welder Series up in Canada, really nice piece, affordable. It comes with the heim joint and the threaded rod. So all we do is, once we get this cut, because we're using the double joint, we're going to need some support here, or this will just bind up and get all nasty. Now, if it's a single, then we could get away with just the rod, but being that long, I still want a little bit of support here, because I mean, no power steering, a lot of stress on these little joints. Might as well support it as much as we possibly can. So let's get with that, and we'll go from there. All right, so here you can see our double. Now, I got in the truck with the seat and the steering wheel connected all in, just to see where my seating position was going to be and where this column was most comfortable. So then we did that. We got the drop column mount pretty much locked in where it should be, so it's not moving. And then we have just this little guy, kind of hard to see, just strapped on, and that's going to connect the steering column to the floor and everything else. Pretty simple. It's just an Allen key inside of a clamp, and then the outside of that clamp, it has mounting legs. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure from here to here, like I said. Now, it doesn't have to be an exact measurement, but make sure it's longer than shorter. So we're just going to come in here, just kind of have to hold it like that, and to there, then we come up with about 9 inches. And now you want to come in and measure all the way to this point, because you can go all the way in there. It's kind of hard to see, but you can go all the way in there before you actually start to bind on this joint. All right, so we'll cut at 9, and if it becomes a little bit too long, we can just trim it off. All right, so here's a 9-inch piece of GD stock. So the reason it's called that is because you have 2 rounded edges on each side. They kind of look like 2 Ds connected back to back. And now, whenever you cut this stuff, you see that small chamfer? You should always mimic that on this side. I haven't done it yet, but when we finalize this, I'll put it on there and everything else. It'll be good. All right, so let's get this connected. I'll show you the jam that will happen if you don't support this correctly. So let's see here. One in there. All right, see, that's kind of what we're looking at there. All right, just like that, nice and simple. You can just kind of screw these down there. But now watch, if I go to spin the wheel, see it kind of jamming? See that? See it being all wonky? Now, if I hold this here, where are we jamming up? Jamming up down here now. There we go. All right, a little better. Let's try that again, because it was actually working. So that's the way it's supposed to operate. But now you see how wonky it looks? Now if we hold that in position, see that? See how much better that looks? There you go. We're gonna get much tighter steering. We're not gonna get all this play. See, it can do all this nonsense. Now, by adding this and connecting it to the actual frame rail, it's not gonna go anywhere. It's gonna be mounted here permanently, and then we'll just be able to slide this in and out. And that takes away all of this slop. We don't want that slop. That slop's bad. That's crashed the truck bad. But it almost reminds me, I had a 99 F350, and the steering box on that sucker was so loose, you could go like this, and the wheel would still go straight. It was ridiculous. So we're gonna eliminate all that play by adding in this heim joint, and we'll get at it. All right, so you can see there, I've put my little chamfer on there. So that should make it a lot easier to go in and out. Slide that in there like that. Come around with this. Nice and simple. All right. So with this, we're kind of just gonna connect it like that. If you can see it right there by the frame rail, yeah, you guys can see that. And then by adding that, all that slop automatically goes away. And like I said, you can pick these things up. They're super affordable and worth every penny. So now the big thing is we can take our threaded tube, cut it to length, and then we can weld this right here and be money, just ready to rip. So I'm gonna take a measurement from the jam nut here to the actual frame rail, and then we'll know how long this needs to be, and we might scooch it out just a little bit so we know we have some wiggle room. All right, and if that doesn't work, then we'll just take the heim joint out. We'll cut some of this heim joint down, and then we'll make it fit. But yeah, all right, let's do that. Let's get this thing measured. All right, so it looks like we're looking right around 1 inch and 7/16. All right, so 1 inch and 7/16. There we go. All right, there we go. We have just a little bit on that edge. And look at that. So now all we gotta do, get that angle right, something like that, and we can zap that sucker in. Just like that. I think that looks pretty darn good. Yep, there we go. See that? Nice. Now you want to get it in as close to center as possible, and that would be the ideal situation. Tell you what we should probably do. We should probably get this where we like it now, and then get a couple tacks in there. Oh, see that? That feels pretty good right there. Just to ensure that we're not running into any issues regarding binding or anything like that. Just mark the top and then one line across. We already know which way it's oriented and everything else. And yeah, that should be good. So zap this in real quick, and we actually get to test out if our steering works on the inside for the very first time ever. This is exciting. God, it's been a long way. You guys have been with me since the beginning of this. You know how long I've been talking about getting steering done in this dang truck. But hey, life takes precedence, right? All right, I'm gonna get this welded in. Throw one more tack on here. And now I've had lots of people ask me what welder I'm using. Same as before, Miller 220 AC/DC, phenomenal welder. Never have had an issue with it, and I've been running it pretty constant for about 1.5 years now. I mean, and it's done everything that I have asked of it. It's plenty powerful enough to do anything in a garage or just a hobbyist. I mean, it can be a bit pricey, but I mean, a wise man once told me, you always buy the welder that you can afford. And I mean, I got lucky enough, I was in a place where I could afford it. So I went and I picked that one up. You know, you can do this job with absolutely any welder out there for the most part, and it will do exactly what you want it to do. But I mean, just be cautious when you're putting something like this together and you're putting your life on the line when you go out and drive it. It's always good to have that feeling, that self-confidence, when you use the high quality tools and everything that, you know, are out there. But trust me, I have plenty of Harbor Freight stuff as well. That new jack I just picked up, straight from Harbor Freight. And I mean, the reviews are great. And I mean, I think I picked it up with the discount. Man, I think I paid like 150 bucks for it. It's low profile, long reach, 3-ton. Hell, you can't beat it. Cause I don't, like some of my older subscribers, you know, I also have a couple import cars that are pretty low on the ground and things like that. Now there will be an episode coming up soon on the Subaru. We get to put a new radiator in it and get it running right again. It's been off the road for a while. It's just been neglected, and it's about time that she gets some real love, and maybe we'll take her to the track soon. But all right, let me do one more tack weld on this, and we're going in the cab. All right, there we go. Holy cow. For the first time, and geez, probably a year and a half, this thing will actually, hopefully, fingers crossed. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, man. All right, let's do it. Oh, no, it's all the way over there. All right, crisis averted. We got it. Ooh. Let's see. Do we need to put the lock in? No. Maybe dramatic effect. It might blow up. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Now that little bit of a clack that you're hearing is just because that bottom mount isn't completely tight. So that will go away as soon as, oh my gosh. Are you hitting something over there? Why do I keep stopping? I feel like we're stopping a little early. God, that thing's nice, but it is a heavy mug. I wasn't even gonna get a blue one. I was gonna get a black one. And I went to move the blue one, and it was so heavy, I was like, you know what? I'm committed now. We're getting a blue one because I'm not putting it down and picking up another one. All right. Yeah, that's it. That's locked there. All right. Must just be me. All right, let's see. Saying that's about center. All right, so let's see. One and what? 1.33? Oh, 1 1/3? Huh? All right. Let's do this one. 1, 2. All right, so the rack's just not centered, which is no big deal. That's easy fix. Yeah, that's an easy fix. We can do that, no problem. But holy cow, that's cool. That's. I've been kind of nervous about doing this for a long time. I mean, it's just been, you know, you put all this hard work into building out the firewall and the floor and everything, and then you go and you run a 2-inch freaking drill, a hole saw through it. And it's like, oh my God, I hope I don't F this up. I don't think we did. I think we did a good job. So let's count that as a win. The rack's a little off. That's easy fix. We can fix that, no problem. And that's just adjusting tie rods and whatnot. Just pulling tie rod out and moving the rack over. That's simple. We can figure that out, no issue. Now let's go over what else we have started. Because I mean, guys, we're on the backside of this project now. I mean, everything is coming together. Now, you might have asked earlier, like asked yourself earlier, why did I pull the doors if I said they were such a bear to get off? Well, the passenger side, it's mint. It's mint compared to the driver's side. So I've been on the phone, I've been emailing anybody and everybody, at least locally, that that might have a door or might have a lead on a truck or anything like that. No luck. Everything's roached. Just this good old East Coast living. But I did find a guy out in Oregon, Vic's Dodge Garage. Awesome guy, super helpful. And he has a door. He sent me over the pics today of 3 actually that he thinks are good candidates. So I just got to look over the photos before I, bite the proverbial bullet and say, hey, send me this door. Because, I mean, they're not cheap. Like he was saying that they can run up to like $450 for one door. And I mean, that's pretty steep, especially when you're trying to build budget hot rods like we are. I mean, in this truck, all in all, I mean, it might look like I have a bunch of money, but man, I shop everything, literally everything. If it's not a good deal, then I don't know what happened there. GoPro stopped. I guess it was done with my rambling. But yeah, let me show you this door because it is bad. When I first bought the truck, I didn't think it was that bad. But look at this. Oh my God. Oh, I'm right in the way. Get my butt out the way. Yeah. I guess when I first bought it, it wasn't that bad. I guess that little piece of rust right there was holding it together. But yeah, no, it's toasted. And I mean, I have no problem going through and fixing some rust. You guys know that. Look at the truck. It's a rust bucket. I've fixed everything, the floors, everything. But the biggest issue with this is the internal structure has been compromised. And I mean, look where we're working. Look where we're working. I don't have the space, the capabilities to make all those internal, like super integral parts. It's just not going to happen in this garage. So I mean, I spent a couple bucks now on a door that has no rot in it, and I mean, it's done. I'm going to be saving money, saving time, and you know what? Once the truck's all painted or whatever down the road, it is what it is. We're done. But now you might have noticed that back here in the back, the quick change is out. All right. And you might have noticed that the bed is actually on. It's been a while since that's been on, or been a while for this being on. Me and a buddy of mine came out and did it one sunny afternoon. It's not bolted down or anything. I haven't gotten to that stage. I have to come through and triangulate all this to keep this from coming in on it. Just little stuff. But I started tearing the quick change down and noticed that one of my axle tubes was missing one of the seals. That one's got it. The other one does not. So the good old boys over at Speedway got a couple more bucks. And let's see, there's the seal for the other axle tube, which is over there. We have, that's an old hub. I purchased them thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a deal. And you know how that works. So, I mean, if anybody wants a wide 5, really awesome looking wide 5 hub, let me know. And who knows? So yeah, there's that. But we have new brakes, new hubs. And I mean, I found these actually on eBay of all places from a dirt car shop. And they were actually a killer deal. I think I spent like, $160 for the pair. And then these brakes are pretty cheap actually. You can get these brakes pretty much anywhere. What is it? The Grand National rear end size runs them. Wide 5 runs them. Willwoods run this same it's like an 8x7" or something like that, or yeah, bolt pattern. And they're readily available, they're affordable, and these ones are actually going to be running a GM metric brake set in the rear. And it's the exact same brakes that are actually on the front. And now there might be some bias issues there, but that's why we're running this Willwood dual setup. And inside the cab, we can adjust brake pressures at the pedal. And it's just twisting a screw, and it runs a rod, and it applies pressure to the cylinder differently. So this is our front. This is 1-inch bore size. This is 7/8 bore size, I believe. It's on the inside. I know this is 1 inch. I believe this is a 7/8. So they're close, but just a little bit less pressure to the rear. So now we also have, my son actually came out and helped me put this in. Taught him how to use a riv nut tool, which is always fun. Good father-son moment. This is our line lock. So from here, we'll come down nice and in. And then from here and here, this one will go over or out, up, probably back in here, and we'll hide it down through here. And then I don't know if I want to go straight down to the frame and over, or if I want to come down here, do like a curl. Then you do the curl just for the body movement, and then we come down here and into our brake hoses. And we got our brake hoses all hooked up. See that? Nice and pretty, no problems. And then yeah, we'll go from there. Like I said, we're getting close. We really truly are getting close. And I think there is, of course, Trog. They're saying Trog is going to go on this year, which is Race of the Gentlemen's up in Wildwood, New Jersey. It's such a fun event. It's all vintage hot rods and things like that. And I know this isn't the vintage hot rods. It's not your old, T-buckets and coupes and stuff. But hey, it's hot rod in my book. And I really want to try to get it done for that. And that is the first weekend of October, if I remember correctly. I think it is. And we take the kids. The wife has a good time. It's just an all-around blast. They race on the beach. It's so much fun. And it's not just cars. It's vintage motorcycles too. So you get all your old knuckleheads and everything else out there. But yeah, I mean, it's a cool time. You guys should check it out if you haven't, or if you haven't heard of it, definitely check them out. I know they got an Instagram page and things like that. It's definitely worth it. But yeah, I think we're just going to end it here. Hey, once again, thank you guys for sticking around. I get tons of comments still on the previous videos, and I go through and I try to answer every single one of them. Like the last one, I was talking to a guy about measuring for a drive shaft. Well, if you know the channel, then you know that we did a drive shaft length video, and I hope that helped him. He never wrote me back, but I hope it helped him, and I hope he resolved it. I believe it was on a 73 Charger or something like that. I know it wasn't a Challenger. I think it was a Charger. But yeah, I mean, this is why we're here, right? I mean, this is why I'm here. I know I'm here for this. And it's not just, trying to teach you guys some stuff or show you how I do it. It's, me learning along with y'all. Because, I mean, it's a dying art, and, it's a lot of those old guys, they don't do the whole technology thing. So trying to find these answers, it's hard. Hey, I just want to thank every single one of you. You have been great. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Just the outreach and everything else, it's been phenomenal. I've had buddies that have been like, Guy, when are you going to bring back the videos? It's just like, I don't know. Like, I'm busy, and that's not really an excuse. Everybody should find time, especially when you're going to be helping somebody. But you know what? I do have a goal for this year. I'd absolutely love to hit like 1,000 subs by the end of this year. And I know we can do it. I was looking at the stats the other day before I started up this video. And you know what? 91% of views on my videos are from people who aren't even subbed. So, I mean, if you're getting some kind of value out of it, hit that subscribe button. It's free. I mean, there's no reason not to. And I mean, what that actually does, it actually helps you find other content like this and, you know, other things that might actually help you out in the long run. So yeah, just go ahead, hit it. If you hit the bell, that's even better. It's just going to tell you that, you know, I uploaded a video and stuff like that. You know, let's try. I think we can do it. You guys are awesome. I know we can do it. But all right. As always, make it faster.